Originally this car was a 2012 Lexus CT200 regular. Now we got the F-Sport right here. 2015 upgrade, facelift right there. Direct bolt on. Big face now. Hey guys, we're on the from Revemoto. Today we're going to be doing a 2012 CT200H front bumper removal, but we're going to install a different one. We're going to do a 2015 Lexus CT200H front bumper, but not just a regular one. We're going to go with the F-Sport. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. Turn on that push notification and hit that like button. At the end of the video, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. We'll answer all those questions for you. Alright, so on this old bumper, the regular 2012 CT200, we're going to take off the fog lights first. So we're going to use a Phillips. So if you guys look right here, it's going to be screws. Right there. I'm going to take this off. Well, first we're going to unplug it. So the only screw that we're going to take off is this one. And you kind of just slide it out like that. But we do need these rest of these screws for the installation of the new front bumper. So we're going to take off these screws right here. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Take off this screw right here. Oh. Let's see, I think this one you unplug first. He has HIDs, so unplug it. So if you take off the screw right here, then you'll be able to just slide this off. So it just goes in like this. Just slide it off. So we're gonna need these screws also for our new front bumper. So here's a new bracket right here for that the 2015 F-Sport. But basically, when you put this in right here, it doesn't go in perfectly. See that? It's kind of snug, and it doesn't come out as much as we want. So a solution that I found was to cut that little side right here, and then the fog light itself will slip right in. There you go. A little simple solution, so we don't have to buy a new fog light, because these fog lights were like $200 from the dealership, and only the dealership had them. So just like that, we just cut a little bit. Simple little solution. So for me to cut, I just use a razor, and I'm just gonna cut the one down here. So I'm gonna cut the top part right in the middle and right on the bottom side right here. So be careful. All right, so there you go. And then this thing should just go right in. There you go. All right, so once you guys have that fog light in, I'm gonna go ahead and screw it on the top. 1, 2 right there. All right, we got one fog light in place. Same thing on the other side. So if you guys look at it, there's gonna be indentations of like an L, and then this one should say an L right there also. Okay, so those two screws are in. All right, so here's our new bumper right here. We're gonna put in the fog lights. So let me show you guys. So once you insert it, You should hear that click. And then right on top, there's gonna be these two holes right here. So you're gonna put these two bolts or screws on there. Alright, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so hopefully this one's a better view. So basically you just go, make sure it lines up. And then it clicks. And then put those screws on. Alright, once you have the fog out, it looks like this now. You're gonna get your cover. It looks like this. And then make sure the prongs match up with the holes. And then once they match up, you can go ahead and get it down. And you should hear it snap. Do that on the other side. So underneath the fog light, it's gonna be these holes right here. I'm gonna put push pins in them. Do that on the other side also. All right, next step would be to put that black mesh on, which is gonna be this piece right here. So just line up the holes and then push down on it. Once that's in place, we're gonna put the upper one up. So just make sure you line it up with the holes and the prongs. So it doesn't have to be all the way in because we're gonna have to screw it on in the back. All right, so now we're gonna flip the bumper upside down. All right, so here's the view from behind. It's gonna be screws right here. So it's gonna be right here. And another one back here. So it's basically where the top mesh and the lower mesh meets. And that's where you're gonna put that screw. And if for some reason these prongs right here, when you're pushing it from the front, it doesn't click. When you turn it upside down, the bumper, you can just put your hand back here. So let me show you guys from this angle. So put your hand underneath and then just kind of press down and these prongs should click into place. All right, so now that the mesh piece is all together, we're gonna go ahead and get the chrome trim around right here fitted. So again, just make sure these prongs right here line up with the holes and then you can press down. And then right behind here, we're gonna go ahead and screw it in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. So just take your time, make sure you line it up before you start pressing down on it. It's now lined up, I have to go and press down. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and screw it in place. Turn it back upside down. Alright, so if you go behind your bumpers, one screw right here, right on the bottom right here is another screw. And then a screw down here and a screw up here. And that screw looks like this. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. All right, so far our bumper should look like this with the chrome piece on and the mesh grill on. Now we're gonna put that top piece on the front bumper. So remember, always line it up. And once it's all lined up, go ahead and push down. You should hear a click. All right, here we go. All right, so now we're gonna turn the bumper upside down, and there's gonna be screws that we need to screw on here and on the other side. All right, so they're gonna be like this again, and it's gonna be one right here and one right here. All right, so on old bumper, we're gonna need to take off this emblem right here. Get something soft, like a flat plastic piece like this. This is a panel removal tool set. I'm gonna go ahead and pry that off. But right behind it, this, it's a clip right here. You just press down on it and release it like that. We'll go to the back where you guys release that little pin. Go ahead and push. If you guys get one of these things, go ahead and pry it out. So it's stuck there with a double stick tape right there. So now we got the emblem off. So next we're gonna need to take off this rubber piece right here. And it's just stuck there with clips. So again, with something flat, we're gonna try to get those clips off. Flathead would work too. So basically that strip is held on by these little clips right here. And all you're trying to do is push on each side so you can release that clip. All right, the last piece of the puzzle we're gonna take off the old bumper is gonna be the wiring harness. All right, so now we have the harness off. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the other bumper. So now just go ahead and follow the holes on the bumper, and you can put that harness on. So the actual harness itself, you have to kind of cut this piece and put it into place, and then tape it back down. So yeah, so just take it off and then readjust it, and then tape it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't want to bore you guys with that one. All right, so now our bumper should look like this. We're gonna put that emblem back on right here. All right, so now we're gonna put the emblem back on. I did double stick tape on there, so you can get that at the regular auto parts store. Now just line up the holes and the prongs. Get into place. All right, so now you have that, I guess like the weather stripper on the top. Just follow the holes with the little prongs right here. So line up the holes first and then hit it down. On the side of the bumper, you'll see these clips right here also. Take this off and put them back on the new bumper. Now that we have all the clips back onto the new one. So this is our new bumper right here. Make sure you guys have those clips on, the side ones too. We can go ahead and install this bumper. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and install the bumper. Grab one of these nuts that went on the top of the bumper, so we can just secure it while we're holding on to the bumper. And then make sure like you plug in the fog lights also before you actually put the bumper all the way in. Now it's lined up. Go ahead and grab that bolt, put it right on the top. It's gonna be our little helper right there. We got two helpers today. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and put that fog lights, plug in the fog lights. So we're gonna secure one side first, and then we're gonna secure the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys around. So we're gonna go ahead and clip it onto the bracket, and then put the screw on. And then right here on the side, make sure the clips hold on to the fender liner. So you see, like I had a hard time, it's just because something was snagging on the bottom. So make sure the fender or the engine cover right here kind of goes underneath, goes on top of the bumper. So now that it's underneath, so now get that fender liner and tuck it in behind. Now we're gonna go to the other side. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put on the other side of the bumper. I'm gonna go ahead and clip it on, but make sure if anything's snagging it or it's not going into place correctly, look underneath or look behind it. This guy's HID lights were actually hitting the washer fluid, so I had to take that off. All right, so now underneath, I'm gonna go ahead and put those screws on. Alright, so next step is going to go ahead and put that cover back on. Actually, before we put that cover back on, let's tighten these bolts up. We're also going to check the gap. So, put this down. Alright, well that's looking good. Alright, so now we can go ahead and put the cover back on. Last but not least, we're gonna put those covers on. Alright guys, so that's the conversion right there. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. It's going to be a 2012, originally a 2012 Lexus CT200H, and we converted it into a 2015 Lexus CT200H. Not just the regular one, remember that. This is going to be the F-type. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel, turn on that push notification and hit that like button. Again, if you guys need any pre-painted auto body parts for your car, go to Revemoto.com, your pre-painted auto body parts source. Thank you.